Hi neighbors, this is Jessica in communications for the City of Battle Creek, and this is the City Commission regular agenda preview for Tuesday, August 15th. I hope you'll please excuse my voice today. I am recovering from a cold. You can follow along with the agenda on our website, battlecreekmi.gov. Visit the Your Government tab, Mayor and City Commission, then Agendas, Minutes, and Videos. Click under Online Agenda for the date of the agenda you want to see, and this will be your pop-up. If you're new to these preview videos, or if you need a reminder about the different parts of our agendas, check out the link to our introduction video down in the description box of this video. The regular City Commission meeting starts at 7 p.m. in the Commission chambers at City Hall, and that's up on the 3rd floor. This is a big agenda, so let's get to it. The Commission will hear 3 presentations Tuesday night. One is a city staff presentation from me, Jessica Vanderkolk from City Communications. The second is the 2023 ALICE report from the United Way, and ALICE stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, Employed. And the third presentation is from Ta Parr of the Burma Center about their American Rescue Plan Act community project. The Commission will also receive the ambulance report for July 2023. The Commission will consider 2 ordinance introductions. The first would revise our urban livestock ordinance to allow neighbors inside the city limits to keep honeybees, ducks, or quail. You might remember we recently offered surveys to collect neighbor feedback about these issues, and we received hundreds of responses to those, so thank you so much for that. The survey reports and much more information is attached to this agenda item if you'd like to look at those. The second ordinance introduction would remove a chapter for a Parks and Recreation Advisory Board. This was a board originally established in the 1970s, but it hasn't been active for over 25 years. A consent agenda for August 15th includes minutes from a previous meeting, the city manager's report for the evening, and resolutions 207 to 213. And here's a quick rundown of what those will consider. 207 through 211 are resolutions that consider appointing and reappointing members to some of our various city boards, commissions, and committees. 212 considers accepting the best value proposal for fiber optic cable in Claude Evans Park for up to $64,580. You might know that we're working on a design for a project to improve Claude Evans, including Wi-Fi service, prompted in part by the need that we have to upgrade a sewer pipe that runs under the park. And 213 considers authorizing additional engineering services for the City Hall retaining wall project for up to $16,400. This is an American Rescue Plan Act funded project to improve and protect our City Hall infrastructure, and it's happening right now. That's what the fencing is about around City Hall. And the consideration of these extra services is due to changes that have come up outside of the original scope of work as they have worked on this project. And now we'll move on to our regular resolutions, numbers 214 to 220. Reso 214 considers authorization for City Fire Lieutenant Jeremy Pratt to buy 12 months of military time to increase his service credit toward retirement. We have a city policy about doing this, and Lieutenant Pratt's request fits within that. This would allow him to retire in 2036 with 25 years of service. Reso 215 considers accepting the lowest responsive and responsible bid for our upcoming City Hall renovation project for up to just under $1.3 million. This is a project to upgrade and improve our first floor so that we can provide better customer service for neighbors and a better workspace for our staff. Reso 216 considers a contract between the city and the Michigan Department of Transportation to mill and repave Capitol Avenue from Rebecca Road to Van Buren Street. The cost estimate for this is about $2.1 million. And this would happen later in the construction season after the Capitol Bridge reopens. Reso 217 considers a contract between the city and MDOT as a sponsor for us to receive a federal grant that provides funding for local airports. This grant would help us update our airport layout plan at the Battle Creek Executive Airport And our share of that is $33,715 out of a total $653,000 project. Reso 218 considers an item postponed from June when the commission asked us to get additional feedback from contractors. This would update our building permit fee structure to move away from the current square foot model and move to a value-based model. Among other reasons, some of the goals of this change would be to allow fees to line up better with the value of a project, make the fees more equitable, like making it less of a financial burden for small developments, and to be comparable to other local government structures. Okay, I know a lot of people are going to be excited about this one. Reso 219 considers approving a liquor license for Olive Garden, which is planning a location on Beckley Road by the Lakeview Square Mall. And finally, Reso 220 would consider approving a closed session of the commission at the end of this meeting to allow discussion on two legal matters. One is a real estate case pending in Calhoun County Circuit Court, and one is a workers' compensation case. And if either of those require any votes of the City Commission, they'll do that when they come back into the public meeting. That's everything on the agenda for the August 15th regular City Commission meeting. For more information and to see more detail and documents related to each agenda item, please check it out online, or you can get a paper copy in the City Clerk's office at City Hall. Thanks again for joining me for this City Commission agenda preview for August 15th, 2023. Watch the City Commission live or as replays on the City of Battle Creek, Michigan YouTube channel, and get connected with your City of Battle Creek.